The injury crisis at Manchester United has taken another turn for the worse. That's what we'll be talking about on today's show. But before we jump into that, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. So this story is coming out from all of the different main journalists in the UK, and the headline is that Lisandro Martinez will be out for an extended period with a foot injury, probably looking at around 2 to 3 months. Apparently it's the same injury that he had from before that's just got worse. It's never fully rehealed. Obviously he hasn't played for Manchester United for a couple of games now, has he? And we thought that it was just because of a precautionary measure. We thought that he'd probably be back in a couple of days' time, but apparently this has now been confirmed by the club that it is the same foot injury that he had last season that saw him out for the last kind of 2 to 3 months of the season. And it looks like we will now be without Lisandro Martinez for 2 to 3 months, which is absolutely mad, to be honest. He was one of our best players of the last season. Obviously, this season he hasn't been 100%, but that kind of makes sense now, doesn't it? No wonder he hasn't been 100% because he's probably been injured. The fact that it's the same injury from before, he hasn't looked like his usual self. It all just kind of makes you think maybe he wasn't 100% fit, maybe he wasn't 100% ready to come back. It's a big blow. It really, really is. I will say this, though. This is the opportunity for people like Harry Maguire to step up. People were laughing at Harry Maguire in the summer, saying he's got no ambition. And Harry Maguire's line was always that he thought he would get opportunities. Well, now we'll see who's laughing because Harry Maguire is getting opportunities, isn't he? Obviously, Varane's been injured. He is now back available. Lindelof's played the most minutes out of any centre-back at Manchester United so far this season. Johnny Evans is obviously still there as well. But Martinez and Varane were our solid centre-back partnership. It's going to have to be a new partnership now. Will that be Varane and Maguire? Potentially. Will it be Maguire and Lindelof? I don't think so. Will it be Varane and Lindelof? Maybe. There's lots of different options now, and I do genuinely think that Harry Maguire is going to get a lot of game time if Martinez is not going to be available for 2 or 3 months. And I'll say this, right? I have no agendas on this channel. I thought Harry Maguire should have gone in the summer, but now that we're in the situation where we are, I want nothing more than for Harry Maguire to prove everyone wrong, to have an incredible rest of the season, and then maybe he does then leave at the end of it, and we get a good price for him. It's obviously a difficult position for us to be in, but we've just got to try and deal with it. Obviously, our injury situation has been absolutely awful this season. Laurie Whitwell says Lisandro Martinez will be out for an extended period due to an aggravation of the foot injury he suffered in April last year. Martinez suffered a setback versus Arsenal, played on versus Brighton and Bayern, but needs rest. Could be the same amount of time as the original absence, around 3 months. So that's the first part. Lisandro Martinez is out for 3 months, confirmed by Manchester United. We will not be seeing him probably... maybe not until next year now. I mean, we're at the beginning of October, November, December. Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, we might get him back around the Christmas period. But I would probably say we'll see him again in January. Let me know how big of a loss Lisandro Martinez is for Manchester United. Let me know who you think should be the starting centre-back partnership in the comments section below. And let's move on to the next one. So the second one, literally within the space of about 30 seconds, we've got 2 stories coming out. And the second one is about Reguilon. Now, I've been asked a lot about Reguilon over the last couple of days, and it has just been confirmed now that Reguilon is also injured and he will not be available for the game against Crystal Palace on Saturday. Now, it's being described as a minor injury at the moment. I don't know what that means, to be honest. What is a minor injury? Is that a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? We were told that Rasmus Højlund's thing was a minor injury, and he was out for about 4 weeks. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. It says Serge Reguilon will be absent from Saturday's Premier League game against Crystal Palace with an injury. It says Serge Reguilon has sustained an injury and may not return for Manchester United before next month's international break. So the international break is about the 14th of October. So we probably won't see him until towards the end of October. He'll obviously miss the game against Crystal Palace, miss the game against Galatasaray in the week, miss the game against Brentford. He'll probably miss the next 4 or 5 games, which obviously means that we're going to see Sofyan Amrabat playing in that left-back position, which I thought he did quite well, but I think it's going to be a completely different kettle of fish playing in the Premier League and the Champions League versus playing against a weakened Crystal Palace side in the Carabao Cup. I did like, however, that how with Amrabat in that left-back position, it allowed Manchester United to play their wing-backs further up the pitch. And then it went to a back 3, didn't it? With Casemiro sometimes dropping back into the defensive 2. And I thought that really, really worked. So maybe we're going to see a different style of play. Maybe we'll see a different formation. We've just got to adapt to what it is. We've all got to understand that Erik ten Hag has had an absolutely ridiculous injury situation this season. If you look at our fullbacks alone, right? Luke Shaw's injured. Reguilon's injured. Malasia's injured. So all 3 of our left backs are injured, including the emergency one, Reguilon, who we brought in to cover for Luke Shaw and Malacia. And then you go over to right back and we have just Diogo Dalot. So we only have one fit right back or left back in our whole team at the moment. It's absolutely mad. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments section below. Obviously, it's not the best of news, but at least we have a bit of clarity on where we are at with injuries. Please do make sure to smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran, and I'll catch you all later.